So what'd you think of that buck fight? That was pretty heart-pounding, just being there filming it. The buck that won that fight was one I nicknamed Dogleg, and he was the fuel of my passion last season. I pretty much spent all season hoping for that buck. I had him within 20 yards 3 different times during the season and just couldn't pull off a shot. The first time, it was like the second week of October. I just harvested a mature doe. Had about 2 hours of daylight left. I waited for an hour after the shot, lowered all my gear to the ground, figured I'd go get my doe before it got dark. Well, no sooner lowered my bow, my pack, camera, everything to the ground, getting ready to unhook and climb down, and I happened to turn my head, and there was Dogleg standing in the exact same spot where I just stuffed a doe. Wasn't 15 yards away, wide open, looking the other way. All I could do was just sit there and look at him and let him walk away. Then there was another instance. It was late season, second rut was going, and I was hunting some creek bottom, and anyway, here he comes again. He's walking right towards me. He gets within about 20 yards and turns on an opposite trail heading up into the subdivision, which is where I filmed the fight. It's a sanctuary. A lot of bucks hang out there, come in there once hunting season's open because they're not bothered. And the location where the buck fight was only, I'd say, maybe 2 blocks away from where I was hunting. But anyway, he cut behind me on the back side of my tree, and there was just no way I could get an arrow to him. He ended up getting downwind and spooking and took off, and that was the last time I'd seen him of the season. And unfortunately, this season I no longer had permission to hunt that chunk of property, so well, hopefully he's still around, and I'm really going to try next year to gain that property back, because I'd really like to have that buck. I nicknamed him Dogleg because of the sticker he's got off his left G2 tine. Very impressive buck. I'm guesstimating, I'm not a Pope and Young measure, but I'm guesstimating he's 150 inches. Another interesting point is the buck that he whipped and chased away. A buddy of mine sent an arrow through that deer not 2 weeks before I had filmed the fight. In the video you can't really see it, but I've pulled some still photos out of some of the video, and matter of fact, my buddy's the one that pointed it out, but you can see the scar. He hit below the spine, above the vitals, you know, no man's land, arrow went right through, but you can see the scar where, and here it is 2 weeks after being shot, and this buck's out there fighting for does. I hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully here in the near future, maybe next season, that I'll have some pictures of me holding his rat.